Give ear, O heavens, and I speak. And thou dost hear, O earth, sayings of my mouth. Drop as rain doth my doctrine, flow as dew doth my sayings, as storms on the tender grass, as the showers on the herb. For the name of Yahweh I proclaim. Ascribe ye greatness to our God, the rock. Perfect is his work. For all his ways are just. God of steadfastness and without iniquity, righteous and upright is he. It hath done corruptly to him. Their blemish is not his sons, a generation perverse and crooked. To Yahweh do you act thus, O people, foolish and not wise. Is he not thy father, thy possessor? He made thee and doth establish thee. Remember days of old, understand the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he doth tell thee, thine elders, and they say to thee, in the Most High, causing nations to inherit in his separation, sons of Adam. He setteth up the borders of the peoples by the number of the sons of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the line of his inheritance. He findeth him in a land, a desert, and in a void, a howling wilderness. He turneth him round. He causeth him to understand. He keepeth him as the apple of his eye. As an eagle waketh upon its nest, over its young ones fluttereth, spreadeth its wings, taketh them, beareth them on his pinions. Yahweh alone doth lead him. And there is no foreign God, no strange God with him. And he makes him ride on high places of the earth, and he eat increasing of the field. And he maketh him suck honey from a rock, and oil out of the flint of a rock, butter of the herd, and milk of the flock, with fat of lambs and rams, sons of Bashan, and he goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat, and of the blood of the grape thou dost drink wine. And Yeshurun waxeth fat and doth kick. Thou hast been fat, thou hast been thick, thou hast been covered, and he leaveth God who made him, and he dishonoreth the rock of his salvation. They make him zealous with strangers and abominations. They make him angry. They sacrifice to demons, no gods. Gods they have not known. New ones from the vicinity they came. Not feared them have your fathers. The rock that begat thee thou forgettest, and neglectest God who formeth thee. Yahweh seeth and despiseth for the provocation of his sons and his daughters. And he saith, I hide my face from them, and I see what is their latter end. For a froward generation are they, sons in whom there is no steadfastness. They have made me zealous by no God. They have made me angry by their vanities, and I make them zealous by no people. By a foolish nation I make them angry. For your fire hath been kindled in mine anger, and it burneth into Sheol the lowest, and consumeth earth and its increase, and setteth on fire foundations of mountains. I gather upon them evils, mine arrows I consume upon them, exhausted by famine, and consumed by heat and bitter destruction, and the teeth of beasts I send upon them. With poison of fearful things of the dust. Without bereaved doth the sword, and at the inner chambers, fear. Both youth and virgin, suckling with man of gray hair, I have said, I blow them away. I cause their remembrance to cease from man. If not the anger of an enemy I fear, lest their adversaries know, lest they say, our hand is high, and Yahweh hath not wrought all this. For a nation lost to counsels are they, and there is no understanding in them. If they were wise, they would deal wisely with this. They would attend to their latter end. How doth one pursue 1,000, and two cause a myriad to flee? If not that their rock hath sold them, and Yahweh hath shut them up. For not as our rock is their rock, and our enemies are judges. For of the vine of Sodom their vine is, and of the fields of Gomorrah their grapes are grapes of gall. They have bitter clusters. The poison of dragons is their wine, and fierce venom of asps. Is it not laid up with me? Sealed among my treasures, mine are vengeance and recompense. At the due time doth their foot slide, for near is the day of their calamity, and haste do things prepared for them. For Yahweh doth judge his people, and for his servants doth repent himself. For he seeth the going away of the power, and none is restrained and left. And he hath said, where are their gods, the rock in which they trusted? Which the fat of their sacrifices do eat, they drink the wine of their libation. Let them arise and help you. Let it be for you a hiding place. See you now that I am he. There is no other God like me. I put to death. I keep alive. I have smitten, and I heal. And there is not from my hand a deliverer. For I lift up unto the heavens my hand, and have said, I live to the ages of the ages. If I have sharpened the brightness of my sword, and my hand doth lay hold on judgment, I turn back vengeance to mine adversaries, and to those hating me I repay. But they would not listen. They would not listen. For 40 years I wrote the book of beginnings. I wrote the book of numberings. I wrote the second version of the law. I wrote the story of our travels. I wrote the law as Yahweh gave it to me. My brother Aaron died, and we buried him. His son became the priest. And now it is time for me. And with this I wish to bless Israel. Yahweh from Sinai hath come, and hath risen from Seir for them. He hath shone from Mount Paran, and hath come with myriads of holy ones. At his right hand are springs for them. Also he is loving the peoples. All his holy ones are in thy hand. And they sat down at thy foot. Each he lifteth up at thy words. The law hath Moses commanded us, a possession of the assembly of Jacob. He is in Jeshurun, king. And the heads of the people gathering together, the tribes of Israel.